What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to talk about Tesla stock and break down something very important when it comes to trading. I also want to talk about how your wins could actually work against you when you're day trading. So I'm going to break this down in a very simple manner, tell you guys a very, very interesting story, and then break down something that I've learned that which I think could provide a lot of value in your life, a lot of value in your like trading and such. But before I break anything down, let me just say two things. I am firstly not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500 into the account, you are guaranteed 20 free stocks. Put in $25,000 or more, and you're guaranteed 75 free stocks. The offer ends in a couple of days. Anyways, when it comes to Tesla, let's break this down. So, as someone that trades Tesla, SPY, and sometimes even like ES on a daily basis, whether I switch to futures or not, I just want to say that trading is something that is mainly psychological. It's not only psychological, but it is mainly psychological. Having an edge could give you a big advantage, but you need to really understand what you're going through and how your state of mind is when you are day trading. Sometimes it's better to not even trade on some days if you're going through something very tough, which could cause you to become very emotional. So if you went through like a big breakup, a divorce, hypothetically, or something really bad happens, someone you love passed away, which is something I don't really like to talk about, but it is something that happens, right? The next day, it may be a good idea to kind of stay away from the charts, avoid the trading. Sometimes it happens, guys. Sometimes life gets in the way. But what about the other way around? And this is what's very important. This is a lesson I want to share with you, which I think is going to be very useful. So, one of the reasons why a lot of retail traders fail and mess up, including my own self in the past, I've made this mistake plenty of times, is I win and I win and I win big and I start expecting big wins. But then once I get that big win, euphoria takes over. You start making illogical trades, you become a lot more emotional, and then you end up messing up. You start risking more money and you end up blowing most of your accounts, right? I'm sure this has happened to a lot of people, but let me explain this. So let's just say you have an account, you're day trading, and on most days, excuse me, most days you like manage risks and you make about, I don't know, $100, $200 every single day, hypothetically, right? Or at least on most days, right? Because you're not going to be green every single day when trading, no matter how good you are. So you're making $100 and $200 a day. Then all of a sudden you see a squeeze play. You see this stock that's just running and running and running, just like Tesla, right? Tesla could be used as an example for this. Tesla has had those days where it ran like crazy. And instead of making $100, you could have made $2,000. You could have made $5,000 in a single day trading Tesla. It could happen, guys, especially if you make a very, very good trade. You time it very, very well. If you're swing trading, you could just make crazy, crazy gains. So, what could happen is you make this insane amount of money and you become so confident, so it really changes your mental fortitude and you become overconfident in yourself that you start chasing, and then you want to experience that high again, that extremely awesome feeling that you just made thousands of dollars in a single day off trading. And this happens all the time and people may not even recognize it. So you make I don't know, one, two, $10,000 in a single day, despite the fact that you typically make only $1 or $200. And that one $10,000 day could be the start of your demise, because the next day comes, you want to make, you know, $5,000. So you start risking 1,000, 2,000, $5,000 per trade. And then what happens when you end up blowing it or you end up taking a big loss? If you're wrong, the loss is going to be just as big, especially if you start risking a higher percentage of your accounts. Because trading is more about percentages. So if you have a $10,000 account and you're making like $200 a day on it, hypothetically, right? If you start risking, you know, $5,000 and you blow most of it, you just lost half your portfolio, right? And that just goes to show how this is a numbers game. So then, what the solution for this is? It's very simple, basically. You have to become conscious of this and you have to understand your own self very deeply. And that's something I want you guys to learn. Trading is going to teach you a whole lot about yourself, the kind of person you are. Are you an impatient person? Are you someone that gets agitated? Are you someone that's chasing? Are you very greedy? You're going to learn a lot about yourself when you do this. Okay? So If you're trading, and let's just say you typically make, I don't know, $200 on your good green days and you're slowly scaling it up to $300 a day, hypothetically, right? Let's say one day you make a very good move, you get that $10,000 day. Well, what I like to do is a system known as restarting. Restarting, meaning you need to have a game plan. So you have to like calculate how much you're going to risk. And then the next day, you have to refresh, meaning you don't worry about what happened yesterday. You just look at what you did, look at the lesson, and you don't let the psychological impacts try to affect you. You just try to remain very calm, very cool. And eventually you could train your brain to do this. And one thing you could do is take a step back, go back to those days when you had those big wins and you ended up blowing your accounts, and then write some rules down. Okay? Write some rules down. If you have a, I don't know, hypothetically, let's just say someone has like a $10,000 account and you only want to risk a maximum of like $1,500 to $2,000 a day for your trades in total, and you're only using like a few hundred per trade, hypothetically, right? You could still make multiple trades and still manage risks. And that's something that you could keep reminding yourself of. Make a game plan, write everything down. Today, I'm only going to risk this much money. Today, I'm only going to focus on these trades. Study your setups beforehand, then write everything down and review everything. Say, hey, I'm only going to trade with, $200 today or $2,000 in total. I'm only going to make 5 trades max. Always, always, always do this. I recommend doing this. That's one thing you could do for your refresh for the next day. Say, hey, I had a good day, but I'm not going to let this make me lose my focus, lose my edge for the next day. And that's the very important thing about trading. So here's the thing about the markets, and this is why it could be really hard to predict what's going to happen. The market is constantly changing. Remember how just a few months ago there were periods where Tesla was crashing, periods where Tesla came down very hard, other periods where Tesla just squoze to the upside, came back down, started range trading. It's all over the place. And it could be very difficult sometimes because sometimes your strategy could be a little off. Sometimes you may make very, very nice wins on volatile days. On choppy days, you may make less money. So the market constantly pushes you to adjust. You have to adjust. That's why on this channel, I constantly tell you I'm not really a true mega bear, mega bull. I'm just going to read the chart and tell you what I see. Okay. It's just that simple. And I found that's to be more efficient. Like I said before, there are people who are making these clickbait videos. They're screaming, the market's going to crash, it's going to crash, it's going to crash. And they're the ones who get the most views, not me, not people like me. And I want to ask you, who's been more accurate for the last 2 months? From I mean, there are a lot of you who are watching me every day. Who's been more accurate at calling what the market's going to do, calling levels and things like that? It's up to you to decide. I'll let you be the judge of that, but I try to be unbiased. So please take this lesson into your mind, okay? Treat every day like it's a new day, and this relates to other aspects of your life. Maybe you've messed up in the past. Maybe you've hurt someone. Maybe you've messed up miserably. I know I have. Then there's always going to be tomorrow. For the rest of your life, there'll be a next day. And also know we're not going to live forever. So don't hold on to things that are going to drag you down when we have the rest of our lives to live. So when the next day comes, I tell myself it's a new day. Let's let go of the mistakes. Let's even let go of the big wins. Let's start over. Let's be humble. Let's remember our disciplinary practices. And then let's just review our rules. And then, you could just continue from there. So treat every day when the sun rises as a new beginning to restart. And by restarting, by being open minded, by being unbiased. If the market goes up, you make money. If the market goes down, you can make money. Either way, you can make money. But you have to study price action, you have to study, and you have to back test. That's what I've done, and my indicators, they do tend to work the majority of the time. I can't make promises every single day. I can't always be correct, but I hope that this brought value into your guys' lives nonetheless. So, with that being said, take this to heart and remember your wins could be your enemy, they could work against you. You can have big wins, and still, the next day, you could still end up blowing your account. So, be wary of this, manage risks, review, be disciplined. Discipline is key to this game. And remember that the market is always changing. One day it's bullish, one day it's bearish, one day it's choppy. It's all over the place. That's why I like to be unbiased and treat every day as if it's like a new day. I do look at historical data just to get more information, but then we want to just be as unbiased as possible. So when it comes to trading, you're going to learn a lot about yourself. If you want to win at this game, what I found to work is managing risks and being disciplined no matter how much my emotions tell me to do something else. You have to be able to control it, right? When you're an athlete, or whatever you try to do in life, sometimes you got to be patient and wait for a play to pan out. Sometimes you have to be patient with your children. It works all over your life. Patience, the disciplinary practices, the discipline you're learning from trading, it applies to all sorts of aspects to life. And it's going to tell you a lot about what kind of person you are. I'm telling you once again. Anyways, I hope this video was very, very helpful. I just want to give you guys some wisdom. I like to do this every so often. I don't do videos like this every day, by the way. I feel like I could say so much more than what I say. And I just want to provide value to you for free. I just want it the best for everyone. That's all I really care about right now. I just want what's best for you. So take care, guys. Do what you have to do. Enjoy. I have another video coming out later. Thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of the weekend and peace out.